Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a favorites video. This is my first time doing a favorites video, so I figured since I haven't made a video in probably like 6 months, don't judge me, please. Since I haven't made a video in a very long time, I figured I could just come back and do a little favorites video of some of the things that I've been loving over the past few months. I have been loving lately. So the first I'm going to start with foundation. I think I featured this foundation in here once before, maybe only once, but I haven't used this foundation in a while, and I just picked it up again. Not picked it up again, but pulled it from my stash a few weeks ago, and I was like, why haven't I been using this? So this is the Dior Skin Star Foundation, and this is by Christian Dior. As you can see in there. And I think the reason why I stayed away from this foundation for a little while is because when I bought this shade, it was a little bit too dark. So this one is 060. I think it's called Mocha. I don't see it on here, but I'm pretty sure the shade is Mocha. But I think I really should have gotten the one that's before this one. So that's probably why I hadn't been using it. But this is a beautiful foundation. This shade is slightly dark for me, but it's okay because once you highlight and everything, it kind of works out. So this is what it looks like. Onto another foundation. I don't have the actual foundation, but I did try samples of the new MAC waterproof, Nourishing waterproof foundation. These are just my sample jars. I really like this foundation, but I didn't buy it because they don't have my shade proof. So she gave me NC50 and NC45. So I'll just swatch both of these just so you can see how it looks on me, maybe if you were thinking about buying this. So it's kind of dark for me. That's right here. It's a little bit too red. I'm not sure you can tell from the camera, but you got to keep in mind that I have bright lights here as well. So, but this is NC50 right here. I thought about just buying this one since the Dior is a little bit too dark for me anyway. I thought about just buying this one and highlighting like I normally do. But when I tried to use this one on its own, it's just slightly off, and I don't like that. And I'm sure not going to buy two foundations to mix. So there's a big jump between NC45 and NC50. And of course, I'm right smack dab in the middle of both of those. So if I can get some out of this pot, I will swatch that one for you. So this one is NC45. So as you can see, that's way too light. I can't even get away with that. And I'd rather use a foundation that's slightly too dark than slightly too light. Because by the time you highlight and everything, if you take a picture with flash photography, you're going to look crazy. You're going to look like a clown. So I'd rather buy a slightly too dark than slightly too light. But it's an absolutely beautiful foundation. Once MAC comes out with more colors, I will definitely be buying that. Up next is a primer I've had for a while. If you've heard me talk or had conversations with me, you know that I'm just not convinced by any primer that's out there. I have oily skin, and all these primers say to be mattifying and keeps the oil at bay and all this good stuff, but I have yet to be convinced by one. But nevertheless, lately I have been liking this Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. I really like this because recently I've been noticing kind of large pores on my cheeks and around my nose, and this has really helped to kind of smooth that out and kind of minimize them before I apply my foundation. So lately I really have been liking this. Let's see. Up next is a eyeshadow primer, and Jackie, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but she used to be Makeup Game on Point. She raves about the Sephora Glitterguard eyeshadow primer, and I bought this to try out on one of my brides, and it really works. Even though I worked at Sephora, I hadn't tried it on myself before, but I did buy this to try on a bride, and it actually works. So I like it because it becomes a little bit tacky, so it looks kind of, I don't know, it looks kind of beige whenever you squeeze it out, but it's clear. So I put a little bit on my hand here, and you can't even see it, but you apply it to your eye, and then after a few seconds it becomes tacky, and it's perfect for glitter or pigments or anything like that that may create some fallout. It's perfect for those kind of things. Up next is my new baby. I found this little shop in my area that carries all types of different high-end brands, and so this is the only shop in North Carolina that carries Kevyn Aucoin. So I've always wanted to try the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer. I can't talk. Sensual Skin Enhancer, and I thought about ordering it online. I watched a lot of reviews on YouTube, but I just couldn't commit to ordering it online. Because usually if I'm ordering something online, it's something that I'm kind of familiar with. I've touched it, I've played with it, I've, swatched it or whatever. But this, I wasn't able to swatch anywhere because nowhere near me carried it. And I didn't even know what shade I would need, so I figured it'd be best if I could, see it in person. And I am in the shade SX12. I'm sure you probably can't see that, but, it's okay. But it looks like this. And it is absolutely beautiful. Lately, I've been using it to highlight. So it's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, which is why I use it to highlight. You can use this for all sorts of things. You can use it as a concealer. You can use it as a foundation. You can use it for a bunch of different things. And here's a swatch of it. It's very yellow, as you probably can see. But it's like a moussey texture. As you can see, it's kind of thick. And I was thinking that I probably wouldn't like that on my face. But once it warms up to your skin, it kind of glides, beautifully. So this is it on my arm. Or my wrist, really. But I absolutely love it for highlighting. As I said, I used it today. This is the Femme blush palette. Look at how beautiful this is. I absolutely love this blush palette. I purchased it to use in my kit, and this has got to be one of the best purchases I have made. I purchased this palette, which went on sale a few months ago, and I purchased a couple of extras. So I'll tell you the shades or I'll list the shades in this palette in the information box if you want to see what all the shades are. I'll swatch some in just a second. I purchased 2 additional blushes, and I put them in a Z palette with some other things. So the 2 shades that I bought are Bordeaux, which looks like this. It has some shimmer in it. It's really pretty. This blush looks so beautiful on chocolate skin, like deep dark chocolate. Oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful blush. But this is Bordeaux. Look how pretty that is. These blushes are so pigmented. So there's a swatch of Bordeaux. And the next one is, I think it's called Cinnabar. Yeah, Cinnabar, and it looks like this. This one is so pretty, and I'm wearing this one today, mixed with this other blush. I love, like, my favorite everyday blush is these 2, Cinnabar and this one. I'll tell you what that one is in just a second since I'm holding it up. But this one is Cinnabar. It's very natural. It has like a little bit of shimmer, but not too much. And here it is swatched on my finger. And here it is swatched on my arm. So that's a heavy swatch, but this blush is so pretty. So like I said, my everyday go-to has been mixing Cinnabar with this blush from NARS, which was also in the Z palette, and it's called Taos. And here's a swatch of it. This one's Cinnabar, that one's Taos. So very pretty. Some of the shades that I really like are this one, which is Mulberry. And look at that. It's crazy. Like, oh, this one is really pretty to contour with. It is Sienna right here. So sometimes if I'm doing makeup on clients, I'll contour with them with this one. This is this one right here, and it's called Soft Beige, and there it is. I just want to mention these because I absolutely love them. These are lip paints, like I said, and this one I've already featured before, so I'm just going to swatch them all for you. But these are very similar to the OCC lip tars. I think the smell, the fragrance is the same. Yeah, the scent is the same, but the color range is so amazing. Kind of like OCC, they have this wide color range. They have some, you know, for the faint at heart. They have some for the not so faint at heart, you know, the bold and the daring. They have it for everybody. This one is Splashed. Spoke Fancy. This one's really, really pretty. I wore Talking Flowers. It kind of reminds me of the Sephora lip stain in, what's this called? African Violet. This one is called Unanimous. Just so pretty. So, this last one is a nude, and it is called Mimsy. Looks like this. Here they are. This one is, I can't even remember the names now. Splashed. Splashed. This one is Spoke Fancy. This one is Talking Flowers. This one is Unanimous. And this one is Mimsy. And this is a swatch, of the Sephora cream lip stain in African Violet. So the next couple of things are MAC lipsticks. This is from the matte lip collection. I only bought 2 of the lipsticks from the collection because the collection has been relaunched, I want to say, at least 3 times by now. And every time it's relaunched, I always buy a few of the lipsticks. So these are the ones called. This one is called Matte Royal. I'm sorry. Matte Royal. So it's like a royal purple or royal, not quite royal blue. Super pretty. And I got Runway Hit, which is a nude, and it looks like this. It's so pretty. It looks more orange on the camera, but I like to pair it with a brown lip liner, and it looks so pretty. Such a beautiful nude. So here they are, swatched on my hand. This one is Matte Royal, and that one is Runway Hit. And so that concludes my favorites video. If you like this sort of thing, then I'll try to do one maybe like once every season. So just let me know. Leave a comment below. Thumbs up if you're ready for more videos. And until next time, bye.